Hey, wow, podcast time, cool.
Okay. Let me swallow.
Oh. Oh.
Whoa, tell us more about this
Not safe for
swallowing.
work. 18 plus.
We are 18 plus. We say fuck.
That's what I set my stream to on Mixer, so yeah.
Not safe for work. 18 plus.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the XVE Podcast, where it's me and the usual suspects back at it again to talk about some bullshit no one cares about.
Yeah.
What's on the menu for I know No Man's Sky and Anthem, but what else?
Well, first off, I just wanted to say sorry for the late uploads, everybody. I've been swamped at my IRL job, so this fake job has been having to take a back seat. Today, the
Streaming?
Evo episode of our podcast just went up literally like 3 or 4 hours before we started this. And I'm going to get the one after that, the one from last week, up probably either tomorrow night or the night after. So it's going to be like one right after the other, and then we will be caught back up. Other than that, I am your host, Gross Scores Knows, and today we are going to be talking about, as Seth said, Anthem. We're going to be talking about the No Man's Sky Beyond update that just came out recently, a confirmation on the new Metro game by Glukovsky himself, the author of the book. We're going to be talking about a mod for Skyrim that's coming out that brings great promise and a look back into the world of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Just yesterday, the No Man's Sky Beyond update dropped, and for those who have been keeping track, this game was absolutely awful when it first came out, and it's still absolutely awful. No, I'm joking. The new update really did improve a lot. The past couple of updates have improved a lot. And looking at the game and the way that it has transformed over the past couple of years is really quite something. Like, Hello Games has really tried their hardest, and it's somewhat of a spectacle, really.
That's the big thing I had to say about it. I'm so proud of Hello Games for, like, even though the game came out so bad, they stuck to it and stuck to what they wanted it to be, and they're still actively trying to make it the best it can be instead of just giving up like some teams would have. I mean, they're working on
And they're
bugs
not.
right now, and the update came out yesterday. Like, it's fast.
They're also not trying to profit off it. They're not like let's say Fallout 76, right? So their game came out fucked up, but then they start adding microtransactions back into it and all this other stuff. When the game still has, I mean, it's getting better, but it still has really bad problems. But Hello Games didn't add any like more microtransactions, nothing. It's all freaking free.
Does No Man's Sky have microtransactions at all?
No, not to my
No,
knowledge.
not a bit. And yeah,
That's even better than.
that's what makes, I think, these updates such a good turnaround for them and their image. Like, to be frank, though, from the start, they never said anything about microtransactions. Not even from the beginning. As far as
Yeah.
I know. If anybody that watches this has learned otherwise at some point, please cite it for me, because as far as I know, all the way back to 2016 or 2015 when they first started showing this game off, there was, like, no sign of any microtransactions. It was all just over ambition, basically. And then
Yeah.
that turned into, they slowly have started been building that over ambition into reality. So what was the name of the first No Man's Sky update? Was it Next? Was that what it was called? The first
Yes.
major one? Okay, so yeah, No Man's Sky Next was really the one where I think they started convincing people that they still cared enough. Because before that, they were updating the game and stuff, but they were not doing anything as extravagant as that.
Because I remember Nets because I didn't own it or anything. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So I installed it. And man, was I greeted with a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, the new update is called No Man's Sky Beyond, and it has changed so much from, I just bought it for this new update because I heard that it was going to be such a big deal, and also it was on sale. So the craziest thing was playing No Man's Sky's Next. like that version of it, and then when it transferred over to Beyond after it updated, everything was so drastically different and even still noticeable to me, even though I had not been playing the game for the past couple of years. Like, there are so many changes I can already name off the top of my head that's like blowing my mind. I think one of the biggest being the resource stacks. So with the game's
Oh, good lord,
original
yes.
resource stack system, just like 3 or 4 days ago, before this update came out, you could only hold up to 250 things in your inventory. And for those who have played the game, the inventory is not that big anyways. It is severely limited, and there is a lot of problems with item transferring that was causing a major hassle. Well, one of the ways they've decided to ale this, and I don't really know if I would consider it an actual like fix yet, because I'm still seeming to have some issues with the inventory, but they've increased the stack rate from 250 for each resource to 10,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, the jump is huge.
It's so drastic. I know.
It is
You go from
a
one
massive jump.
to like it's a major.
That's insane. What the
It
fuck?
is.
And in Subnautica, completely off topic, you can hold up to one thing per stack.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about too. Where do you guys think this stacks up against all these other really good survival crafter games, which I wouldn't consider too many of them great, but
Well, by the looks of it, it has nowhere to go but up. Honestly, if they kept updating it, it might be my favorite. But yeah, as Travis mentioned, Subnautica is definitely one of my favorites right now. I really enjoy me some Subnautica.
I am beyond amazed on just the work that they're putting into No
Damn
Man's
it.
Sky. It's pretty cool that, like Seth said, they're actually still giving a shit. But man,
Us and not
they-
making money off of it.
oh yeah, that's the weirdest thing because they're all free updates. It's they laid out the groundwork of, hey, you shouldn't false advertise to a bunch of fucking people who are gonna play your game. That's just it.
Hello Games, though, they went from the laughing stock of the dev community for me, like I always made fun of them for everything, to now I respect them for how far they've gone making no extra income. Like it went from like, they're liars and idiots and why do they promise all this shit, to like now it's like, well, yeah, they fucked up before, but they're trying to like actively take back that fuck up and make their game good.
Yes.
Trying to bring the things that they promised in the first place.
yeah, there's a lot that was added in this update. There's you should see the patch notes fucking screen for it. Oh
How
my
big is
gosh,
it?
it is huge. There's a the entire page has just so many details on how many changes that they've done. And
Yeah, dude, you can sit in chairs now. Game of the year.
Yep, they don't just spin no more. Actually, I did find chairs that still spin, but I also found chairs that you can sit in. So
Yeah, I
both.
took a seat next to some aliens last night. It's pretty cool.
Have you guys played multiplayer yet?
Yes.
Cool.
It's
How does it
crazy to
run?
think. It's crazy to think how
Actually,
far
pretty-
Survival Crafters has come, by the way.
Yeah.
You remember when there was just like Rust and shit? And now we're
And
playing Survival
Minecraft.
Crafters where you're under the ocean in this beautiful looking world, or you're in space exploring countless galaxies and planets. And it used to just be, here's a desert, here's some naked dudes with sticks. Make shit.
Yep. And even that formula, that baseline formula, has been improved in other games too. Like outside of Rust, like you got like Conan Exiles. That game is a really good survival crafter for the.
I hate to
aspect
bring
of,
it up,
like,
but Ark.
Ark, yeah.
Ark is a terrible game, but it has such a cool base premise.
Yeah.
It just has
I
a
have to agree
really,
with
really,
that.
really steep learning curve.
I think.
And a really bad engine.
I think one
Oh,
that nobody
yeah.
likes to talk about
Yeah, the
anymore
engine's-
too.
Is
Oh,
what?
go ahead. You say it's about the engine.
Oh, I just said the engine's really bad. I agree with that. I've played it a few
Terrible.
times.
I played it with my oh god, I think it was my RX 480 that I gave to you, Kyle. And my god,
Yeah, barely runs.
I
It
played
runs
it
like
on
garbage.
console. I played it
Ooh.
on Xbox, and oh my god, dude, a consistent 10 FPS when on a good day. I've seen
With-
it drop down to like 2
with max
frames a
motion
minute.
blur.
It's awful. Which one were you bringing up though, Kyle? Because I missed it.
There's one that a lot of people don't like to talk about these days because there was so much controversy around it, but I still think DayZ is one of the best too. Not the game, because the game is
The
still
mod.
in questionable territory, but the mod. We have so many good like moments with that mod.
Well,
That
the Arma series in general is really good for building a survival game off of. It has
Yeah.
all the right things you already know.
yeah, the engine for that is actually fantastic, and I think that No Man's Sky, in a similar manner, started off with such a bare bones thing, but the exact opposite is happening. Where DayZ started off with a bare bones thing, and it appealed because it was so cool but simple. It was just you and random people surviving in the apocalypse, and you could kill each other. But then No Man's Skies was so simple, but it needed to be more, and so they're like exact opposites in that way. And
Yeah, especially because one went downhill and the other's going up.
yeah, I think DayZ has a chance to come back someday. They just need to do the right things, and I honestly hope it goes back to a better
Well,
standing.
the new Arma 3 mod is extremely popular with DayZ.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try that.
I think we all have Arma.
Well,
So we should
I
all
mean,
try it
yeah,
sometime.
sounds like that's something we gotta do, boys.
I don't have.
Somebody
I
buy
honestly don't have.
Jay a computer. Also, Shane, it's been like fucking.
I have a
years.
computer.
I know.
He has
It's
shitty
been sell
internet.
so many times.
He has a good computer, just not a good internet.
Oh,
Decent.
I was gonna say someone buy Jay a whole new computer because Arma will probably catch his computer on fire.
Dude, it's not
because
that bad.
Not because it's bad, but because Arma's so badly optimized it almost catches my computer on fire. So
Yeah, my computer and Arma don't get along too.
Same with me. And I have a 1080 Ti. It's just
Poorly
Some-
optimized.
it's poorly optimized, and also some of the servers are just even more poorly optimized.
Oh, since we're on survival games, what's everyone's favorite like survival crafter been over the years? Because that's an interesting question. Now that you guys have played No Man's Sky.
Like I said, mine's still definitely Subnautica right now. I really enjoyed Conan though. The combat was really janky, but I actually really enjoyed building on it. It felt
I think we got burnt out on Conan because we were trying to make like giant fortresses when we should have been just trying to progress.
I was kind of doing both. I think that's why I stayed for so long because I was playing longer than everybody else.
I think
Mine is a dead game, which just sucks because I loved Reign of Kings and all the stupid shit you could do into it.
that game was
Like
so
kidnapping
dumb.
people and tying them to trebuchets and just launching their corpses across the map. I hate that the game's dead and it was really badly designed and stuff, but it was so.
I've never seen Reign of Kings. Is it fun? Was it fun?
It was extremely fun.
It was insane.
We kidnapped a guy and told him that he had to be a crab person if he wanted to stay with us. We literally hog-tied him in a river.
Yeah, we made him worship crabs, and eventually he started like RPing that he was going insane, and actually like started doing the crouch walk
Snip,
everywhere that
snap.
makes you look like a crab. So he just started doing that everywhere and was like, "I am a crab. I am a crab." Oh man, that was
Yeah,
good
he was just
times.
crouch
Great.
strafing. It was amazing.
Mine's still probably DayZ, just because of all the stuff that we used to do in the mod.
Arma 2 DayZ definitely has a soft spot. Is a soft spot for me. I remember all the dumb.
Yeah, it was good times. So back to No Man's Sky, one of the major updates that they did to this, or one of the major aspects of this Beyond update, I should say, is that there is a new player hub that you can go to called the Nexus, and I guess you'd call it the lore background of it is very interesting, and you can kind of spawn it in wherever you want yourself. You call it in the same way you call in your ship in space. You just and they teleport in for you. But what's really neat is that it's instanced off as soon as you get in, so you could teleport that thing to any galaxy with players inside of it in online mode, and they'll still be seeing their outside instance. I think that's one of the big things that is causing problems with it, because as No Man's Sky is, there's a lot of bugs still, and with this new update, and this is one of the major ones. It constantly crashes, and I just hope they get that fixed soon, because the area itself is so fun to like just walk around and see other characters, like other people. Finally, it makes the world feel more alive.
It's apparently what people are loving the most about it right now, but people are saying it's a bit jank.
Yup. Yeah, there's a lot left to be desired with the update, but the update's good, and I think there's a major positive outlook on the horizon for this game that you can have, because there is so much that they're adding that is not only better for the game, but is creating their own like breathing science fiction world, like the whole thing with the Sentinels and the Crimson Eye, and there's so much lore that you can just like soak up just exploring planets, and I think that's really cool.
That's the coolest part. I love lore.
The Sentinels and the Crimson Eye, are those like the warring factions that they promised?
No, there's I'm not entirely sure what the Crimson Eye is yet. It's some sort of religious being to some of the races, and it's like apparently watching everything you do from the center of the galaxy, or somewhere close to the center of the galaxy, not the galaxy, of the universe. So your goal is to jump between all the galaxies to get to the center of the universe to find the Crimson Eye, as far as I know. There's probably more to it now with this update, especially because they added in actual NPC characters that you're like dealing with and stuff now that like work on that hub, but like there's a lot.
I might give it a go a few months down the line if they update it again, because I just don't want to deal with a game that crashes a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
Stuff wrong
huge
with
that's a huge fucking turn off. It's
They-
just games
pretty
that
fair.
constantly
I'll
crash.
definitely pick it up eventually.
it's a good comeback for the game, and I'm glad that they actually took the time to make all these updates and shit. So
The redemption arc is still not finished yet.
nope. They still have
But
a
it's
chance to
getting there.
fuck it up. I mean, Hello Games, they started off bad and then are going strong now, but that doesn't mean it's forever. So they just need to keep themselves on this kind of path the entire time and not like try to go any other direction. This is so like good for them in the game. All
I
right.
think I'm actually. Is that update on the console as well?
I believe so. I believe it came out on everything.
Yeah, it's
I
on
have to
console
re-download
too.
that.
Because console supports VR, like PS.
Oh, that's right. PS4 does support VR.
Yeah.
Sure do love me some VR.
All right, guys.
Kyle,
Huh?
Have you played Resident Evil 7 in VR yet?
I have not.
It's really fun. All right. But one more thing about No Man's Sky. Do you still find those like little bits and pieces of like, hey, this is an alien word for this language, and it is like bug.
Yes.
Oh, you still
Yeah,
get
it's
to
the
learn
best
those?
part, dude.
Yeah, it's like you learned the Viking word for toaster and shit like that. It's like, wow, okay.
My
Cool.
favorite thing about that is when you learn something like death or something along those lines, and then you just find somebody out wherever and you talk to them. That's the only word you can understand. And you're like, yeah.
They just go,
That's cool.
to death. Like, oh, okay. That went up.
You just have like 3 options. Usually, I think it's like 2 or something.
Help him, reject him, or sell something to him. I don't know.
It's like, I don't know what to pick.
Yeah. Yeah, just there's a lot of dialogue options like that still too. It's an interesting basic concept, but it kind of works.
Because it makes you feel lost, I guess, in space,
Yeah.
slowly learning.
I love those kind. I love that that
It's got that
premise
aesthetic.
of that the premise of the open world like survival crafting games is that you're lost in this world. You literally don't know anything about it, and you're just slowly learning, slowly like what to do,
Yeah.
what works with what. That's how it was for Subnautica for me, because I didn't want to go in the water like at all. Water fucking terrifies me. Just the ocean in general terrifies me.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know?
That's why I don't want to play
No.
Subnautica.
Oh, dude, okay.
You build your
Subnautica's great.
underwater base. You make your own freaking resources. It gets real.
Yeah,
You just feel accomplished by the end.
it only spooks you out when two things happen. One, you look down and there's nothing there, like at nighttime, and two, you're just kind of doing your thing, getting some resources or whatever, and then you see a shadow of something big on the ground, and you don't want to look up.
Okay. Like we said at the beginning of the podcast, Travis. There you go. It's gonna happen no matter what.
I love tangents.
We're gonna get stuck on tangents regardless. So the next topic is going to be let's talk about Sky Oblivion. So I like mods for PC games. I'm sure you guys like mods for
doesn't?
PC games. Yeah. I mean, they come in all shapes and sizes. Some even remake whole games, and that's exactly what this one did. Today was the day that the trailer for Sky Oblivion dropped on YouTube, which is a mod that is a complete recreation of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion in the Skyrim engine, and it is by, I believe the main dev's name is Rebel's Eyes. So
And boy, does it look pretty.
I'm gonna play the trailer without audio during this part so that you guys can see, and then go watch the actual trailer so you can hear the audio, obviously. But just blows me away, their progress. I remember when they started it. They started it like 3 or 4 years ago, I do believe. Maybe 5 years ago now. It was close to Skyrim's release, and they were like, well, let's just remake Oblivion in it. And ever since
It's
then, they've
insane
been really
that it's
hard at
coming
work.
out before Skywind, though, because that's been in process just as long.
Yeah, if not longer. Actually, I think Sky Oblivion started being worked on after Skywind, and Skywind is still taking even longer.
I
But
love it all. I can't wait.
two different dev
They
teams.
hold us
Elder
over
Sc-
till the next Elder Scrolls too.
The Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls Revival community is getting insane. 'Cause I don't think we talked about it, but there was those guys that remade all of Daggerfall in the Unity engine, like from the ground up.
Yeah, which is amazing. Because Daggerfall was in itself. Daggerfall has one of the biggest game maps in any video game
It's
ever.
the biggest game map of the Elder Scrolls series.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's that big?
Yep. There's like Daggerfall's map was even bigger than Witcher 3's.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
It's like
crazy.
double or triple Oblivion's, which is already bigger than Skyrim. It's fucking huge.
Yep.
But is it bigger than Just Cause 3?
I think so.
Holy shit!
I'm pretty sure it is I think it's on record to be the biggest video game map ever made. I think it is. I'm not 100% certain now. There could be one bigger, but
The map is around the size of Great Britain, being 88,000 square miles. And the game world features over 15,000 towns, cities, villages, and dungeons.
oh my
Jesus.
god. Yeah, that's definitely the
The
biggest.
map is so big, you can compare a picture of it to a map of the real world, and you'd be able to.
Oh my god! Wow.
And you gotta remember, originally that was the game on DOS.
Oh my god!
So that is insane.
Holy shit!
Yeah, not a single world has measured up to it since. I think the three closest are Witcher 3, World of Warcraft, and the first Xenoblade Chronicles. is what I've
Are we
heard.
ta-
Are the three?
Are we talking about like all open worlds in general?
Yeah.
I think Minecraft's got that beat now.
Well, Minecraft technically doesn't count because it auto generates infinitely.
Daggerfall isn't the biggest.
I was gonna say if we're going infinite generation and not trying to go back on a tangent, and No Man's Sky would also fit.
What's the biggest now?
It's not now. It was then. It still hasn't been beaten. It's from actually a while ago. The Guild Wars 1
Oh, I
expansion,
forgot.
Nightfall, its map
That's
is 5
right.
of Daggerfall's maps.
That's right, because you used to have to
Whoa.
pay. Because I used to play Guild Wars back in the day. You used to
Me
have to
too.
pay people that were higher level than you to travel to places that you couldn't really run to.
Yeah, it was so big it would take you real life hours to run across the map.
Jesus.
Like just to do a quest or something.
I remember that. Yeah, that's insane.
Okay, we're seeing two different things then, because I see that that's the second biggest, and that Daggerfall is still the biggest. They're saying Daggerfall is 62,000 square miles, and that Guild Wars Nightfall, the expansion, is 15,000 square miles. We gotta
Dun, dun,
keep searching.
Who knows?
We gotta
Gotta
keep
keep
searching.
searching.
Yeah, because we're seeing like I also just saw another answer literally just now as I clicked away from that one that said that the biggest is Arma 3 now. So
Really?
Well, is it technically No Man's Sky, if it really is truly an infinite number of randomized planets, would be the biggest?
well, that's what I was saying. We can't count randomly generated because then Minecraft would win too. Because Minecraft just goes
True.
on forever on PC.
No, there is an edge of the world in Minecraft though.
Yeah, the Minecraft is estimated to be as big as the planet Neptune.
Okay, Kyle, I just found a website backing you up too that says Daggerfall is the biggest.
Okay.
But where's our flat
With Guild
Earths
Wars
in No
Nightfall being
Man's Sky?
2, Fuel being 3rd, The Crew being 4th, and Final Fantasy 15 being.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 15 is also huge.
Apparently, it's 700 square miles.
Whoa, that's pretty big.
My God, dude, open world games get so crazy with that shit.
By the way, Travis, the reason the Daggerfall map is so big is because it spans all of the Elder Scrolls, like Blackmarsh, Cyrodiil, Elsewhere, Skyrim, Morrowind. They're all in there.
Oh wow.
I love that one. It's called Elsewhere.
It's where the Khajiit are from.
Meanwhile, elsewhere.
Meanwhile, in Elsewhere.
So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I think this mod, when it creates a when it recreates the Oblivion world, what do you guys think? Do you think it'll be as faithful to the original game as you want it to be, or will it take some liberties?
I'm hoping it'll
think-
take some liberties just because there's a lot of stuff about Oblivion that needs to be a little more rounded and updated.
Like the leveling system?
No, you leave that alone.
I think that's
I want to jump. I want to jump until I can jump forever, okay?
I think that's a
I
big
don't
debate
think-
that needs to be had at some
Yeah.
point in the future, but because that goes with all RPGs where it's like, do we want same level or do we want areas where like I'm obviously not supposed to be here yet? Like some prefer
I think
different.
they'll use the Skyrim leveling system though, because I don't think they would have taken the time to code the whole thing because it was so radically different. I don't know how it would work.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm in the same boat though. That was kind of a trick question for you guys. I think there's sections of it that needs to be taken into liberties of their own in terms of design, if only because I remember several.
Oblivion wasn't perfect.
Yeah, and I remember several areas that were so fucking jank to hike across, and like the hills of Cyrodiil were so perfect for like hiking across too, and like you just couldn't do it in certain areas.
You remember the quest or the DLC line where you had to go on like your that walk around to all the thrones around the world or all the statues
Yeah,
to get the Knights of the Night
The pilgrimage, yeah.
or whatever it's called. Yeah, the pilgrimage. That's when you found out how janky the land was when you were doing that quest. You were trying to climb certain hills and stuff, and it was just way harder than it needed to.
Yep. That mod's gonna be pretty sick. I hope that they carry the weapon designs over from the original Oblivion 2. I don't like the Skyrim weapon. Well, some of them I do like, some of them I don't.
Well, there are mods that reskin the weapons in Skyrim to look like Oblivion, so I think that's probably
a given.
Pretty easy.
Good. Because
I can't wait for the persuasion system. No.
let me just zoom in on this guy's face and then make you choose these 3 ambiguous fucking topics and see if they like it. I hated that shit.
Freaking minigame.
It was so bad.
Speaking of mods that are basically rechanging the game, how about that? Is there any
Stardew
news?
Battle Royale? Oh,
No, not that
Whoa.
fucking. Ooh,
Wait, what did you
Oh.
just say?
Minecraft Hunger Games?
I said Stardew Battle Royale.
It's just
that
a
a
fishing
thing?
contest with 100 people.
Yes, it's a thing.
I'd play that.
it's what about the new Vegas one? Is there any news on the new Vegas
Oh,
mod?
Project Brazil?
Oh.
Yeah, I played through that. It's out. That fucking mod was amazing.
Wait, the Fallout 4 New Vegas?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about Project Brazil in Fallout New Vegas. There was a major mod for Fallout New Vegas that came out recently that changes like the whole story and everything. It was really good. It's called Project Brazil. Or that was the
Oh.
name of it when it was being made. I don't know if it has a new name now.
I'll have to look that up then.
Yeah, it was really good. I hope
There was
Fallout
also one of
4
those for Fallout 3, wasn't there? That changed the whole
There was a
story.
couple for Fallout. One that remakes New Vegas, and one that's like Fallout Miami or something like that. Because they was afraid of putting the mod out because Bethesda actually like Bethesda themselves released a board game like of that area, and the mod team was already working on that type of area. So it was like, but they didn't do it. They let them keep working on the mod. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing I was going to say about Sky Oblivion, too, is that it's pretty great that they don't care. Like, they're like, go for it.
Bethesda, other than the slip up with the paid mods thing, I think they're really good to their modding community. They're not like slapping them with cease and desist and all this stuff like a lot of other companies would be. They just kind of let them.
They're good at letting them make whatever mods they want. They're terrible at keeping the engines in line with older versions, hence the catastrophe that happened with the Bethesda.net launch with Fallout 4, and also Skyrim Special Edition mod conversions that had to be made from the original version of Skyrim. That was a fucking nightmare if you were paying attention to the modding community at that time. And then there was also the, like you said, the Creation Club paid mods. But other than that, they are really good about just letting them make and put whatever they want in the games.
Good old paid mods memes.
Oh my god, when
Yeah, let's hope
they
that never has
when
a
they
resurgence.
when they first announced the whole paid mods thing, the internet was in a fucking uproar about it.
Oh yeah.
It was a heyday for meme makers.
People still make jokes about it. They can't. They're never gonna be able to live it down.
So, next question on the topic of mods for games. What is a mod for a game that you absolutely love to this day and could play it over and over and over again? Or just a mod that when it's installed to your game, it breathes so much new life into it that you want to go back to it.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Travis, you're not much of a modder too, so it's probably a harder answer for you anyways.
Yeah.
Can
I will
Can
find-
I have one answer?
Go for it.
Can I have multiple answers?
You
Can I have 2 answers too?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can have as many answers as
Because
you want.
you have to remember
Take 2.
when I got back into Skyrim, I downloaded, what was it, 186 mods altogether,
Yeah.
That's right.
and it changed the whole game. It made it really beautiful and really fun to play through. It fixed a lot, and it's stable too. Surprising, because I learned a lot about cleaning mods and stuff to make the game more stable.
Yes.
Oh, I
so,
now know my answer.
So with that, what was your favorite one out of all 186 of those?
Actually, you know what? I do have a good. I didn't think I had an answer, but I do now. The more armor and weapons, they added a lot of themed armor and weapons that would fit into the Elder Scrolls universe, and I really enjoyed it. The only broke thing about it was, let's see, the fact that you can wear multiple pieces and enchant all of them. Like if you want to get, like, let's say 10% invisibility, but you can wear 10 pieces of armor because you can wear more armor than you normally could. That's the only broke
Oh,
part
okay,
about
yeah,
it.
it like added like probably like
Yeah,
leather
like
straps
cloaks.
and cloaks.
Like
and,
cloaks were a separate from your armor, like your
Yeah.
chest armor, stuff like that, or hoods. Sometimes you could actually wear a helm and a hood. It wouldn't look right, but so that was the only like qualm I had with it.
Mine is also a Skyrim mod. Well, 4 of them actually put together. It's Frostfall, Hunterborn, I Need, and Campfire. It turns Skyrim into a
Oh,
survival game. You can get
yeah.
hypothermia and die. You need to eat and sleep. Hunterborn replaces all the main quests with you being a hunter, and you have to sell and trade materials from your hunting and stuff to actually progress in it.
That's really
And
cool.
Campfire gives you the access of tents and campfires and ways to cook around campfires and all this other stuff.
That is so sick. I love shit like that.
My bad, Kyle.
Yeah, you yawned, and I was just thinking, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna yawn now too. You
Yawning is contagious.
you actually had an answer though, Jay? You said earlier that you did.
Kinda. I mean, I do a little bit. I was gonna meme, but I still am kinda. Um, fucking one of the Minecraft mods I played. I'm gonna give it an honorable mention because it was kind of nuts, and that was the ICBMs.
What's that one?
It literally added or missiles to it, and missile launchers, like
Oh, okay.
force fields, and all kinds of other random crap like that. Like I never got to actually play it with it, but like I imagine if you had like a server full of people.
What was that one that we used to play, Jason? Where you started on like the so many blocks in the sky and that was it?
Oh, Skyblock, I think's what it's called.
Oh, the skyblock.
I
was
never
so
really
fucking
liked to
cool.
play that too much. Because I don't know. It just seemed too
You had
tedious.
to try too hard.
Yeah.
You had to
My
have
favorite. Oh, go ahead.
you had to have knowledge of the game itself, like a lot of good knowledge on like how to make infinite cobblestone, this, that, and the other to even
With limited material, basically.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you
it was a
if you
little
miss a sapling or something, you're
yeah,
Oh wow.
if a tree just doesn't have a sapling, well, restart.
yeah. My favorite mod for Minecraft, because I know I'm saying those, was it was called Nature Overhaul, and what it did was it made all the trees and everything, like over time they would like grow and die, and then the saplings themselves would like over the time of the tree itself, and when it dies it would shoot them off of it, and wherever they landed it would automatically plant it. So forests and everything would regrow or grow out, and then like any trees you harvest you could either just let them go how they go and they just keep growing back.
Oh my
That's
god,
so
I'd
cool.
I'd love that. I'm sick and tired of like replanting saplings after you get rid of trees. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, unfortunately whoever was work you whoever made it at the time, it was like a long time ago, just kind of stopped, and nobody ever really picked up on it, or I don't know. And the other DLC I was going to mention was the Breath of the Wild one. So
What
far it's been pretty good.
what was your favorite, Travis? You said you had one.
Any kind of Left 4 Dead mod.
Oh, I
Like, the
forgot
map-
about that.
maps that-
yeah.
The Crash
the map-
Bandicoot one.
the maps that they made for Left 4 Dead, the Crash Bandicoot one, the Minecraft one, Tank Playground. Oh my god, dude, those brought back
The mod that turned all the
so many good
zombies into
memories.
cats.
It was Left 4 Dead 2 has one of the best modding communities of our time.
The one that turned all the zombies into Teletubbies. Terrible.
Or every time a zombie dies, you just hear the Roblox oof noise.
Or the Ed Ed and Eddie sound pack.
Those mods are always really good. I love them.
I miss Left 4 Dead 2 mods. They were so cool, and the fact that you can change all your characters and just have different guns and everything. That was so cool.
What about you, Kyle? Who's your favorite?
So many to choose from. I have modded.
You had so much time to think.
I was gonna say
I guarantee you it's
have
gonna be
so
New Vegas.
many mods that I have done in any game. No, it's not New Vegas. Definitely not. Though that is a fun one to do. If there was
Oh,
any
I figured it would be in it.
one mod that I had to pick that I could just play forever, basically, it'd probably be Call of Chernobyl for Stalker. That it's the mod that turns the game into an open world simulation where you just pick one of the factions and then just do like jobs for them. You don't have like a particular story or anything, and you just go out and survive in the world of Stalker. It is so good. Like fucking, and they've changed it in so many ways over the past couple of years. If I had to choose one that wasn't Stalker, it'd probably honestly be Star Wars Empire at War's Old Republic mod, which was Star Wars Empire at War is the RTS, the 3D RTS for Star Wars, and that mod turned the game era to Knights of the Old Republic. So you basically got to just play the KOTOR units and shit against each other in battles, and it was really cool. You could even do like whole campaigns over it.
Diablo 2 had a PvP mod that turned it into what you would now think of as a battle royale, but this is way before battle royales ever existed, and it was only 10 people because that was server limit for the PvP servers. But that was really cool. It would just drop you in an arena with 9 other. Well, you would join a server with 9 other people. It would drop you in an arena, and it was just like the last one standing wins. That was always super fun, especially in a game like Diablo. I like mods that change the game like drastically, you know?
Yeah.
That's how all the Stalker mods I've ever played have been like game overhaul mods.
Yeah, if there's another one too that I'd put right up there with Call of Chernobyl. That's the Lurk mod for Shadow of Chernobyl. It lets you do the basic campaign of Shadow of Chernobyl, but there's like this whole new like randomized system of where mutants are at, and it adds like thousands of new weapons. This is really good. Stalker's a good game. Let's just leave it at that.
Everyone should play Stalker. I even have Stalker, but I haven't played it.
Everyone should play Stalker, especially if
Yeah,
you
it's
like
really good.
Metro.
Oh, speaking of Metro, wow! Would you look at that? We
What a
Segue.
perfect segue.
next topic, everybody.
This podcast is sponsored by Segways.
Not really,
I wish.
dude. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, they'd give us free ones. Then
Segway, call me.
Then my fat ass could just roll around everywhere.
It'd be cool to ride a Segway once. I've never actually ridden one.
So yeah, for those that didn't catch on to that, Mr. Glukovsky himself, the creator of the Metro books, has announced that he is writing the story for the next game in the Metro series, which obviously is going to come after Metro Exodus, which
Metro 4.
Metro Exodus was Metro 5. Exodus was 4.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus was one of my favorite games this year still.
Wait, I thought Metro Exodus was 3. 2033 and Last Light, right?
Oh
miss
yeah,
one?
I forgot that they did
The Redux.
yeah, I was counting those. Fuck. Yeah.
Or if you want to be pretentious about it, it's called Redo.
Yeah, so it's 2033, then Last Light, then Exodus. My bad. So yeah, fourth one, Metro 4. As far as we know, still gonna be made by 4A Games. In terms of story, I don't know if I want to say too much because you guys haven't played Metro Exodus yet, so you don't know how it ends. But all I will say is that they don't have a whole lot to go off of unless they plan on making something bad happen to all I'll call it is the community of people at the end.
Artium.
Like, they're really going to have to do something like that and ruin their paradise, quote unquote.
Oh, quick reverse segue back to the mod thing that I can't believe none of us mentioned.
What?
No one mentioned Dota. The mod that literally started a genre.
Oh well, yeah, true. The only reason why I hate talking about Dota in these kinds of discussions these days is because like it's so like we know by now, right? Like
Yeah, but it doesn't put the hundreds of hours me and you played it behind us.
oh no, it's still great. I actually think I still like Dota 1 more than any other MOBA I've ever played.
I agree.
But and I played League for years, so did you guys. And I think I even still prefer Dota 2 over League of Legends, but we're not gonna get into that one because
I haven't got to play Dota 2 yet because of somebody.
yeah. Anyways, moving on to the podcast here.
I played Dota 2 twice and then uninstalled it.
This podcast is sponsored by Getting Good. No, I'm joking.
Dota 2 fucking sucks.
Dota 2 is amazing. You're just bad.
No, I just don't like it.
Oh,
MOBAs are trash.
not so hostile.
MOBAs are
2
garbage and everyone
Dota
knows.
2 is the most like out of all
You
of
seem
them
to enjoy
punishing.
Smite. It's a MOBA.
Smite is like it's the Mario Party of MOBAs.
You know what
let's be
MOBA I
real.
like that isn't around anymore? Paragon.
Shut
I
up!
was about to say that.
Do not say that. You know how much that
Hey.
hurt Shane.
Apparently, someone's still working
Hey.
on whatever they're doing with
Listen.
it. So, because all the files are
So-
free, someone out there is really good at coding. Make Paragon.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just
just
Please.
remake Paragon.
do
Just
the
get rid of the
Paragon.
card system. Get rid of the card system, please.
Hashtag Paragon.
If anyone is working on a Paragon mod that listens to these literally who's in this podcast, just get rid of the card system and put actual items in. I will play it.
Make it only work on Game Ranger.
Oh my god.
Why
Oh,
do you
good
say
lord.
that?
It's better than Hamachi.
Ugh.
One
Oh,
of them is
God.
literally a virus. The other one, only kind of a virus.
Literally a virus.
Which one?
Hamachi's
That's-
the one that's literally a virus.
Okay, fair enough.
Good old Hamachi. God, I remember when everyone
Hamachi
had
gay.
that because that's how we were able to do Minecraft servers back then.
That's how me and Kyle played Dota
God,
on
yeah.
Game Ranger. It was
That's how we played
you had to
Warcraft.
use one of those weird programs back then.
Oh wait. Yeah, and not just Dota. You also played Warcraft.
Yep, Warcraft 3.
Uh,
I played that all through high school actually. In class. Oops.
I know. I wish I could
And
have.
you graduated. Congratulations.
I just slept. In my
We also
class.
made a Minecraft server in that classroom.
I like discovered Minecraft like halfway through that year or some shit. Whatever.
I think I
Well,
discovered
nice.
Minecraft in like freshman year of high school.
Me and Yason over here also used to play D&D in our English class.
We did. And the teacher didn't care.
And we still passed.
So yeah.
Pigway Ross is a joke.
back to Metro. Once again, Travis, you wanted your fucking tangents. You're getting them.
Yay! Bet.
That one was
Better
my
than-
fault. Yeah.
Better
Yeah, we
than
got sidetracked.
hypotenuses, I tell you what,
No,
brother.
it's all right. It's good. It pads it in. We always got to try to make it over like an hour, and most time we get done talking about like for Metro. Honestly, just a bottom line it for everybody. We don't know anymore past he said he's writing the story for it. So who fucking knows when we're gonna see info?
Still a good sign though. I'd say somewhere in the next 2 years or so we'll probably get a trailer or a title reveal or something.
Yeah,
We'll get a JPEG of it.
yeah, that seems pretty common these days.
Yeah. It'll come out before Stalker whatever the new one's called.
Fucking damn it.
How many times has that game hyped you up just to let you down? Over the past 10 years?
What hour is it today? Fucking oh my god, dude. Okay, Let me go on a tangent really quick here. Stalker
The
2
21st hour.
Stalker 2 better get done, okay? I'm not just saying that to the people that are watching this podcast. I'm saying that to you, GSC Game World. You better fucking finish this game, and it better be everything that we have wanted for the past, like, a million years that we've been waiting, okay? This is slowly becoming the next Half-Life 3, and if you don't finish this, I will die. Do you hear me? I will fucking die. Okay.
You won't.
Okay,
At least you can
You'll
play-
live with sheer willpower until you see Stalker 2 finally released, and then you will
It-
die.
At least you can play Servarium or whatever it's called.
You're
Never.
killing Kyle. Stop. He needs to live to find Stalker 2.
Yeah,
And then,
how am I gonna play Stalker 2 if you kill me with words like that?
well, just imagine if you holding a physical case of Stalker 2, and then you just have a
Come
heart
on.
attack because you're so excited.
It's PC game. It
Is
wouldn't happen.
Russian spyware that bad?
Yes.
Yes.
At least it's playable spyware.
Yes, we have some in our office, in our Oval Office right now. Anyways,
Ooh.
Oh, politics in my podcast? Hmm.
the XVE
No one's gonna listen to
podcast-
these literally who's.
The XVE podcast would just like to remind everybody that this podcast is sponsored by politics.
Politics suck.
I hate pollen and I hate ticks.
Anyways, moving on. The game is probably gonna be a ways off, so we'll have to look forward to more of that in the future. But I wish luck to Glukovsky. He's killing it. I mean, he's wrote the story for Last Light, this game, and technically every single game, because even though he wasn't there for the development of Metro 2033, as far as I know, they still took it directly from the book, and then he was there to write the story for Last Light and Exodus. So
He's handling it all better than the
the Witcher
Witcher
author.
story writers ever.
Yeah. That's a whole other topic for another day, though, man. I think I've went on
Oh,
rants
God.
about that already a million times outside of the podcast. How big of an asshole that Polish fuck is. Anyways, yeah, we're on to the next topic, guys. Ooh, actually, I would like to go on ahead and do a sidebar segment. Remember sidebar? Said I wasn't sure if I was gonna bring it back or not.
What's a sidebar?
It's this
It's a
segment.
bar that you keep on your side.
Oh, okay.
And
So it's like a tool.
The sidebar for today is those sick ass new PlayStation 4 controllers that were announced.
Oh,
Oh,
Give me that purple one.
Yeah, I want the electric purple.
Or the rose gold one. The rose gold
Yeah,
one looks nice.
the rose gold one is the one I really liked too.
yeah, it's definitely between the rose gold and the electric purple for me.
Yeah.
Did they say when they were coming out or no?
I
Uh,
don't believe so. Let me.
this fall is all I know.
Cool.
And I know the ones that are coming out are electric purple, rose gold, red camouflage, and titanium blue, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
There's a blue one, like silver.
Yeah, the
Uh,
electric purple's the only one that I'm really digging, but
GameSpot says this September for $65 a piece.
Jeez.
It's about how much a new controller is anyway.
yeah, the PS4 controllers aren't cheap, but they're still better than Joy-Cons, so I give them
Still
that.
better than Joy-Cons and Xbox One controllers.
I don't know
And there
about
will be a
that.
rose gold wireless headset that matches the controller. It'll be $100.
So yeah, that's our sidebar for the week.
Short, sweet, simple, to the point.
Hey guys, I got a question for you.
I got
Hit
an
me.
answer for you.
You ever listen to any good anthems where the main guy just leaves?
I see that segue coming from a mile away.
Yeah, I always hate it when they're like 3 minutes into the anthem and then it dies.
Yeah. I think the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
part about an anthem that kicks off like that and then doesn't go nowhere is that they put so much stock into it. It's like everything was riding on this anthem to be the anthem, and then it's
And it just
dead.
leaves you with so many regrets, you know?
Yeah.
And quite a few days of unpaid mental leave.
Oh yeah. It's almost like that whenever the companies that make those anthems didn't give a shit in the first place and was trying to sabotage the people that made it so that they could get rid of them.
Speaking of which, while I still remember this, did you know that now some middle and high schools in Ohio have more mental health days than an entire video game production?
Wow.
Damn.
Huh.
That's a pretty nice fun fact there you got, my dude.
Yeah, middle schools and high schools in Ohio, some of them are are going to be allowing kids to have up to 5 mental health days as excused absence.
Wish that can
I
be
had
for
that.
I wish that can be for college.
That's really good. I
just
think
played games.
I think a lot of people. I mean, if that's what helps your mental health, then that's technically okay according to those rules of those. But I do think workplaces need those. But yeah, we're talking about anthems here, so let's talk about one particular anthem.
Anthem.
The one that let me down.
The video game. The one that I knew was gonna fail.
Anthem's lead
And I wanted it to
producer.
succeed so bad.
It was made by BioWare, and BioWare made the Mass Effect games as well as Mass Effect Andromeda, and then it got some shit for making Mass Effect Andromeda, and then they made Anthem, and then
But they did make a lot of good games before that.
well, yeah,
It's just that lately they've been in this rut.
Okay, here's the thing.
And Anthem could have been their comeback story, and it wasn't.
With EA as a company entirely, from the 80s all the way to I can name the exact game where they stopped just being good. And that
Dragon
was
Age 2.
And that was Dragon Age 2. Yeah, in 2008. Something happened in 2008 where everything just fell the fuck apart, because before that, with BioWare specifically, or well, EA as a publisher for all these companies, it was really around that time when that game came out. It was bad. A lot of people like Dragon Age 2, but it was bad.
I thought Dragon Age 2 came out in 2011.
Thought it was. Was it?
I think so.
Well, there was definitely a downfall point
BioWare
before
Magic.
that, though. Because, yeah, it was 2011. But I can
Yeah,
promise you.
Origins came out in 2009.
Yeah. So there was some game, some EA something happened in those years, though, from like the time frame of like 2000 and Mass Effect 1 was 2006, I believe. So from like then to the point of Dragon Age 2, something went wrong and they spit out a couple more decent games before it all fell apart. But after that, it was like a disaster, and it's been a train wreck ever since. For the past 8 years now, EA has just fallen apart from the inside, and BioWare and several other companies are falling victim to it very, very much so, to the point where I'm scared that BioWare is going to be one of the next ones that they chop off of their asset list.
I kind of hope if BioWare splinters off, they make a new company and just go back to making old school RPGs, a la KOTOR and Baldur's Gate and the original Dragon Age.
Yeah. Yeah, if anything, though, they would just absorb those people into other parts of the company, like they have.
Yeah,
every
they're
other...
not going to let them go, which is sad.
That's what happened with Pandemic. There's still people from Pandemic stuck at EA because of contracts and shit. It's fucking shitty. I think a lot of the time that we think of all these great games from the mid 2000s, like Mass Effect 1 and 2, Dragon Age, you forget almost for a second that EA is behind those. Dead Space.
Oh my god, don't even bring up
Yeah.
Dead Space.
Like,
I love those games,
and for
and I
some
am
reason,
sad that
it
we're not gonna get
always
another
falls
one.
apart in threes. Dragon Age was the only exception. Mass Effect 1 and 2, amazing. Mass Effect 3, don't even want to pretend like it exists. Dragon Age 1, amazing. Dragon Age 2,
And Inquisition was even worse than 2.
Yeah, and then Inquisition really put the nail in the coffin. So when Dragon Age 4 comes out, I'm going to be terrified. Dead Space trilogy.
I lost all trust.
1 and 2,
for four.
fantastic. Dead Space 3, I don't even want to talk about it.
Dead Space 3 had microtransactions in a single player game.
Omega lol.
Hell, even weird ones like Star Wars The Force Unleashed. First one, great. After that, I couldn't tell you. Like,
Good thing they only made 2 KOTOR games, huh?
yeah, that was
Woohoo.
before fucking EA even got a hold of BioWare still, though, so. I think that happened right after KOTOR 2 came out when they let
It did.
Obsidian
KOTOR 3 would have been under
BioWare.
like if they made a KOTOR game, it would have been under the EA version.
Oh no! I'm glad they didn't get to do it. We've already seen the Old Republic.
That's KOTOR 3 as far as I'm concerned. That was
Ah!
BioWare. No, that was BioWare trying and failing. They proved to me that they couldn't do it. I had high hopes for that game too, but on release day.
Dude, like I just said, oh my god, I just realized it happens in threes. KOTOR 1 and 2, fantastic. The Old Republic, which is an MMO, but it's still under the same premise as the first two games, fucking awful.
And free to play now.
That's a tragedy what happened with that game. Dude, the Tortanic is still like a legendary thing in my eyes. Fucking
You just got done playing KOTOR 2 and stream, didn't you?
I'm still playing KOTOR 1 on stream. I just
Oh yeah,
finished,
KOTOR 1.
I just finished Tatooine. I'm on Kashyyyk.
Nice.
So with Anthem, their lead producer, what's his face? what's
Ben
his name,
Irving?
guys? Ben
Well, let
Irving.
me pull up the Polygon article real fast.
Oh
no.
I thought that was the Kotaku article.
Injuries. Well, everybody's talking about it.
That long ass fucking article.
Yeah, so Anthem's lead producer Ben Irving is leaving BioWare, which could be a bad omen, honestly. If you look at the way that EA has handled all of these companies and their acquisitions and the way that they just fire them out of the blue for game failures, this happens a lot during that. Like, the main person will leave first, and then just slowly more and more people start disappearing. I'm worried that this is a sign that this is it for BioWare. They have Dragon Age 4 on deck, as we saw at the Game Awards last year, but I don't know if they're going to let them finish it if they don't think that Anthem did well enough.
Oh, of course, and Anthem didn't do well anyway.
Because
I think they'll finish it, but that might be like
That's
the last
stretching it.
thing.
well, I
like,
thought for a while.
I think EA's already paid so much into it. I think they'll finish it, but BioWare, it's gonna be one of those things where BioWare is technically over, but some of the devs have to stay and finish Dragon Age 4 first.
Yeah, and then that game will be a disaster, and then we will just watch BioWare die. But for a while, I thought that BioWare was done at Andromeda, so I was wrong there. I could be wrong here too. I thought Andromeda was actually going to make EA fire them because of how poorly made it was.
No, not fire them per se. Completely get rid of them. All of
Absorb
their
them.
existence gone. Like all the other studios that they just decided to can, or that they buy and then shut down
Yeah.
for reasons we do not know.
So he was there for 8 years. Ben Irving was, which means he was there for Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age 2. One of his direct quotes was, "I believe Anthem has a bright future. Try not to laugh. There is a great team working on it, and I look forward to following its progress and playing it from the sidelines."
It's good PR.
Sounds like some solid PR talk, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Not even going to try to sugarcoat it. I love a lot of the old school BioWare guys, but this is one of the last ones, and he is leaving. So
This is an omen.
that's why I said
Oh,
this is a sign of
man.
the end times for BioWare. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident that if they let them finish Dragon Age, that'll be their last game. Dragon Age 4 will.
Oh no, this will just be the new Warhammer game. Warhammer End Times BioWare.
Don't bring up Warhammer and BioWare in the same sentence.
One's
Could you
no,
imagine?
one's very stingy, and the other is just
Kyle,
bad.
do you not remember?
What?
Do you not remember Warhammer Online?
That wasn't BioWare, was it?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. You're fucking
Uh-oh.
fibbing.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even know that, honestly.
It's not. It was Mythic. Fuck you. You scared me.
You almost gave Kyle a heart
It was
attack, my
Mythic
dude.
Entertainment. my god, don't scare me like that, dude. I was like, they did not make that trash. It was under
Wait,
EA.
which one are you looking at?
Age of Reckoning?
No, Wrath of Heroes.
Oh no.
City of Heroes.
Oh
Also-
no.
Kyle,
That was Mythic too. That's what the internet says.
look at the Discord.
Uh-oh. Cold factual proof, maybe? We will not know because it will not... Oh.
Yeah, it won't load.
Click the link.
BioWare Mythic. Oh boy. Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna look into this because there's no way they were the same company.
Who knows? They might just be affiliated. They probably made like one game together.
So wait, what the fuck? Mythic was the ones that made Dark Age of Camelot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I knew that.
Dude, that game was awesome.
Still is.
Is it still active? I want to play Dark Age of Camelot again. I wonder if there's private servers.
I mean, there is private servers. I
On
think it
June
also is
24th, 2009, it was announced that part of EA's restructuring plan, Mythic Entertainment and BioWare would come together under a new RPG/MMO division.
Okay, so then what happened to that then? Because they're just called BioWare again now.
I guess I don't know. They pulled an EA and got rid of them.
Yeah, no,
BioWare came out.
EA got rid of a bunch of them and they reformed Mythic Entertainment after.
Huh.
On November 9th, 2009, Mythic was part of a broader reduction in the force throughout Electronic Arts. The number of employees released was not made public. In 2012, the studio was renamed back to Mythic Entertainment and it was reformed.
Hashtag reformed.
Hey, real quick side thing. There's people also ask on Google, that like section that always pops up in searches just says, "Can BioWare leave EA?"
If only.
I like this question a lot.
Can BioWare leave EA? Find out on the next episode of the podcast.
The answer
Where
is
we
no.
will
Yeah,
say
The answer's no.
They need to pull a
Oh.
Bungie.
Wait, according to the internet, Dragon Age 4 has a subtitle already.
What is it?
Unless it's something else. The Dread Wolf Rises?
That sounds cool.
The Dread Wolf Rises.
I didn't play
Oh.
3, so I don't know what significance that might have in relation.
Well, the third one was shit anyway. So
Okay, so with that being said, what do you guys think Anthem's final death sentence is gonna be after this? Do you think it has one? Do you think it'll it'll bounce back?
If the next update fails or doesn't well received, this update was well received, but it wasn't enough. Like, it was good, but it wasn't enough content, and people are still mad. It was a band-aid.
And as
What if
we
the
all
next
know,
update just deletes the game?
I stand by that update.
That'd be cool.
So you know what was a game that was really good that EA actually published?
Dead Space 1.
Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.
Hey, that's a good game.
Do you know who owns that now?
No, who owns that?
THQ Nordic.
Whoa! And guess what? There's a segue for that.
Yeah. THQ Nordic actually has just dropped a shit ton of information over the past couple of weeks. They're going to be announcing
Yeah, they did.
3 unannounced titles at the Gamescom Monday night opening. Oh my god, I just mixed that all up. Okay, let me retry that. The Gamescom opening night live on Monday night the 19th. That is next week. So, for those who don't know what that is, it is going to be a kind of opening ceremony of sorts to show off all the games that everybody will get to play at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany. and which is one of the bigger gaming events of the year. I would say it's like E3 is the biggest, then Tokyo Game Show, then Gamescom. So,
I'm very excited.
and they're going to be live streaming this year a show to show off everything that's going to be there with some new trailers and some new announcements. So it's going to be really exciting. We're actually going to be live reacting to that, by the way, and then posting a video of that to the channel. So look forward to that. Shameless plug. But anyways, THQ has 3 unannounced titles that they're going to be dropping at that. And one of the rumors, and for those who know me know that I'm a huge Time Splitters fan, is that the creator of Time Splitters has finally signed on with THQ Nordic. So maybe we're going to see a new Time Splitters within the next couple of years.
I feel like you've been saying that for years.
Hey, listen. One day, I will get my time to split again.
I was gonna say that it's almost time to split.
Oh yeah, so let me go on another one of those rants. Okay, this is directly to the developers at THQ Nordic. Okay, if you don't you do to me what Stalker 2 is doing to me. Don't you make me wait forever. I want this game and I want it bad. I will give you all of my money. 5,000, 6,000, you name it, you got it. Just give me Time Splitters 4. Okay.
It's I mean, THQ Nordic's been doing good things, so it's not out of the question.
Okay, with that out of the way. Yes, they have been doing a lot of amazing things. THQ Nordic really has been like taking old IPs and bringing them back in such cool ways. Like we got Destroy All Humans remastered coming out. We got Battle for Bikini Bottom HD coming out. We got
But-
fucking we got Butt
You
coming
bringing
out.
up the no, you bring up the THQ Nordic thing. I know you just brought up Time Splitters, but you didn't bring up the rest of the article, even though I know that's what you're excited.
Yeah, that's well, that's
You
what I'm
also
getting
said
at.
they're still working on Dead Island 2.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that too. Like Dead Island 2 is a game that has had a lot of controversy around it over the past couple of years, I'd say, because it just hasn't came out, and we've got like one trailer ever, I'm pretty sure, to announce it way back in like 2015, and we've only heard rumblings, and now they actually have said that they have a company working on it. And as far as I know, this company is credible. I mean, I don't know too much about them. What are they called? Way to the Dawn or something like that?
They're yes?
Dam Buster Studio. That's what they're called.
I
They
don't
worked
remember.
on-
I read the article once this morning.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They worked on 2016's Homefront.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah.
So Dead Island 2 isn't happening.
So Dead Island.
In other news, they're working on a new Saints.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are.
And
They're
they
working
say-
on Saints Row 5, which is wild as fuck to think about because that series went in such a downhill
Weird
fashion.
direction.
Yeah. Okay. For those who have played the first one to go all the way to the fourth one,
GTA.
you know how fucking strange that development of that series was.
GTA, what the fuck? Why are we in a video game?
I mean, that's pretty much it. Also, to go back to Time Splitters really fast, Steve Ellis is the guy that they're bringing in for the game. And then,
bring it. Steve Ellis? That's sick.
yeah, he's one of the creators of Time Splitters.
Also, Nolan North said he would give his voice back to Saints Row 5, which gets me excited.
So, to go back to the whole reason why I even brought this topic up, Kingdoms of Amalur was actually acquired by THQ Nordic as one of those big acquisitions that they did, along with the Time Splitters series and Destroy All
It also
Humans.
just got a major sale on Steam,
Yeah,
which I know doesn't always mean something, but sometimes it does.
yeah, it could mean something this time, and if it does, I want a sequel to that game. That game is so good. That game was the actual Fable 3. Like, hot take, but that game was the actual Fable
So
3.
underrated.
Yeah.
Fun fact, we got the hottest takes in this podcast.
I
All
think
of
Shane,
us
have you
do the
played-
hottest takes?
Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning?
I have not. I have it,
Oh,
but I
it's
actually have not
so
touched it
good.
yet. I need.
It's so good. Especially if you liked the Fable games.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it. Cause I've heard that's what you can compare.
I used to have it on PS3. I think I have it on Steam now.
That's what
I
I
had
have
it
it
on
on.
360. That's what I played it on.
Game was fantastic, and like I said, it was like such a unique action RPG. A lot of people said it was very bland, which I do kind of agree with that. It was very like bare bones, but I think overall it stood up well.
Well, the DLC helped a lot too, if you've played that.
I have not actually, but like I said, I do own it on Steam. I'll probably make a return to it eventually.
Stream it, my dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Funny
Shameless
story,
plug.
the first time I ever beat Kingdoms of Amalur was at Jason's brother's house on his couch.
Oh yeah,
Me
I
and-
thought that's what game you were talking about.
Yeah, we all sat down and just played it for like hours.
You know, back to Dead Island again, really quick too. You know what I actually really liked about Dead Island?
What?
The
The
weapons
first
were
one?
super interesting.
No, the level design. I really liked the way the beach and stuff was, and then like you went into that weird ass jungle. I thought that was always really cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
game
and
looked-
the
game
looked-
trailer.
The game looked pretty.
The trailer. Oh, you
The
mean like that
trailer was
day we listened to
amazing.
the
That
trailer
fucking
like
trailer that made
Oh,
10
yeah.
times in a row?
yeah.
That trailer was fucked.
Seth kept playing it all day.
Yeah.
Fucking intro.
Dead Island 2 could be good, and it would be a fun co-op game to play through. I mean, we played through Dying Light and gonna play through the second one of that, so
Of course.
it's definitely like up our alley if it actually comes out good.
Yeah.
Dying Light was such a fun game. I can't wait to see what Chris Avalon's gonna write some shit on about it.
Too bad we still like barely know anything about it.
They'll probably show up next year's E3, like or
Games.
the Game Awards.
Or Gamescom. Like we were literally
Yeah.
just talking about, we could get a new trailer for it.
Hey, when's Gamescom?
So
Monday.
it starts next week, and the Gamescom opening night live. Yes, I said it right this time. Nailed it. Is the 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern, I do believe.
Techland reported that they would be revealing Dying Light 2 gameplay at the end of August. That's from 7 hours ago.
Wow,
Fuck.
how very recent. Also,
So maybe not there then.
fun fact about Gamescom: Kojima's supposed to show up on Tuesday.
We're getting a brand new Death
Ah.
Stranding trailer.
Heck
Nope.
yeah!
We got it. We should have done more research before we talked. Dying Light 2 extended gameplay revealed to the 26th of August at 8 p.m. on their Twitter.
Oh, okay, cool.
Who does research these days?
They actually are doing a full on like deep dive stream of it though. That's good. I mean, if that literally just
Awesome,
happened, there was no
excited.
way for us to know. I just assumed it was going to be at Gamescom.
Yeah, it was posted a few hours ago, so.
Yeah,
I love that Dying Light was expected to fail, but it did real freaking.
dude, Dying Light was amazing. Dying Light like if I had to get a list of 5 games that I could go back and play for the multiplayer aspect of it, that would be one of those.
Yeah, and the DLC added so much like stuff on that small little extra zone you got. It was crazy.
That's
Yeah,
another game
The
that gave
Fallen was so much fun.
update with no microtransactions
Yeah, they gave out like free updates and shit.
all the
They are s-
time.
They just, I mean, didn't we get a free update like last year for that?
Yeah. I think we should do another run of that game before 2 comes out.
I agree.
100%.
That
Game came out in 2015, and they were still updating it 3 years later for free.
Yeah, game's fucking great. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there's like workshop support for Dying Light now.
Ooh.
No shit.
Mods.
Yep.
Segue. Mod.
No, I have faith in Techland this time around.
Looks like it's mostly. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it's mostly just like maps and stuff, but oh, that's pretty cool. There's like PvP maps where you like fight above water and shit. Man, people make some crazy stuff. Yeah, mods are awesome.
But back to what Shane was saying, I do remember when Dying Light was first revealed, and everyone was talking shit about it because Techland also had made Dead Island right before then. Like it was like that, then Riptide, like Dead Island Riptide, then Dying Light in 2015, and everybody was like, "Ah, it's just another Dead Island." It was expected to fail, and then it just didn't.
Yeah. I remember the trailers for it and being like, wow, this is literally just Dead Island, who cares? And then it was awesome as fuck. Well,
They're also apparently making a new Call of Juarez game, by the way.
oh Jesus.
Call
I've
of
actually
Juarez?
played through one of those and it was really good. I think it was Bound in Blood is the one that I played through.
That was the first one back on like the 360, right? That wasn't the first one.
No, it
was the
was
second.
like the second or third one. It was cell shaded. The graphics were. That's all I remember of it. It looked
That's the one I
it
played
was
too.
Gunslinger. That's the one I played.
I played Bound in Blood.
I need to play the Bound in Blood one.
Man, all these game companies I actually having faith in this year. It's really weird after the past couple of years. Like 2017 and back is when I kind of started to lose faith, and now I'm kind of glad we're like getting to a place where it's like, oh yeah, they could make a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much from 2017. What
We
came
used to
out
just
that
shoot
year?
down
Really?
companies
You
as
don't
soon as they
remember
revealed they were making
2017?
something.
Oh man, 2017 was amazing. Resident Evil 7,
Resident Evil
fucking-
7, Horizon Zero
yeah,
Dawn,
Horizon
Destiny
Zero
2,
Dawn, Destiny 2, Breath of the
Super Mario
Wild.
Odyssey,
Breath
Breath of the
Cup-
Wild,
Cuphead, Hellblade, Prey, Injustice
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
Sonic Mania.
Fucking
Wow.
Nier Automata,
Nier Automata, yeah.
What
2017
Divinity
was
2,
amazing, dude.
What was the year that was just so shitty? Was it 2016?
2016.
Yeah, 2016 was kind of bad.
Yeah, because
2017 was the beginning of an era.
Yeah, 2015 was amazing because that was the year of Bloodborne, Witcher 3, Fallout 4,
Metal Gear Solid 5.
5. Yeah, that was the year that really like 2015 was the end of the era, and then 2016 was the slow burn into the new era.
Man, oh my god, I completely forgot Dark Souls 3 came out in 2016.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 was like the one game in 2016 that I absolutely loved.
Let's see. Doom came out that year. Dishonored 2. Oh wow, The Witness came out in 2016. Fuck The Witness, but I love that game. I hate that game, but I love it.
All right, so we got time for one last topic. This is a little bonus topic, really quick. I actually really liked this one the more I looked at it and looked into it. Did you guys hear about Nintendo's FCC filing for a wireless SNES controller for the Switch?
Oh yeah.
A SNES controller?
Yeah.
I heard about
Yes.
that.
Do you know what that means?
A lot of people are thinking that means SNES on the Virtual Console.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So the final thing I want to talk about today is if you could get any 3 games on that online virtual console, what would you want?
From the
Super Mario
SNES or any
World,
From the
generation?
SNES,
For the
or
SNES, yeah, for the SNES.
Super Mario RPG would definitely be one.
I got mine.
I got mine too.
Super Mario RPG, Donkey Kong Country, and Super Metroid.
Okay.
And also Earthbound is in there too.
I've never played Earthbound, but I've seen plenty of stuff from it. So even though I've never played it, it'd definitely be number 2. Because I know I'd probably
And Chrono
enjoy it.
Trigger. God, there's a lot.
Yeah, it's hard to pick just 3, I know, but
And
I
probably
think
the Super Mario World.
I think mine would be Earthbound, Donkey Kong Country, and also Super Mario World.
No. Cut out Super Mario RPG because Shane said that, and make Killer Instinct, please.
oh
God.
yes.
Or F-Zero.
A man of my heart. Nah, F-Zero on
Or
SNES.
Final Fight.
You don't need F-Zero on SNES if you've played F-Zero GX, dude. Like, fucking GX on GameCube just completely trumped all the other F-Zero games.
Or Turtles in Time.
Turtles and... Wasn't that a NES game?
No? It was the SNES one.
It was a SNES? Okay.
Or Kirby Superstar.
That'd be good.
Oh.
Wasn't Dragon Quest 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 or 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 on SNES or something?
One of those, yeah.
There was some amount of Dragon Quest games on the SNES.
My 3 would be Super Metroid, Earthbound, and Yoshi's Island.
Ooh, Yoshi's Island, that's a good one.
You got any
Man.
3, Jay, that you'd like to see on that?
Nah, I can't really think of any off the top of my head, man. There's too many to go through, and
Super
ones I
Mario
actually
Kart
did
if they
like,
added
and-
online.
Oh my
like,
god, can you
honestly-
imagine?
OG.
I was more of a Sega kind of kid.
Speaking of that,
Sega
dude, Sega has some sick ass games. I think we ended a podcast like 2 or 3 weeks ago with this discussion too, because we were talking about like Kid Chameleon and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. God, if they made a HD remaster of Kid Chameleon,
Dude, Toys
Oh,
for
boy.
Bob makes Kid Chameleon in 2019. Just picture
Oh.
that in your head.
stop! Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Kyle,
Yeah.
we could get Blackthorn.
Ah!
That was a SNES game.
Yeah. It was.
Hey, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
Didn't they already release Street Fighter 2
Yeah,
on
I was gonna say
Switch
like
version?
fucking the Switch already has a bunch of the SNES games too, though. Is one of the interesting like aspects of this whole thing. I wonder how they're going to do that because like Street Fighter 2 is already on it in the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, like stuff like that.
Easy mode Zelda. I got that.
Oh yeah, Link to the Past would be a good one.
Yeah, they'd probably give it an easy mode too.
Well, I'd say that's about it, guys. I think we're done.
Oh, what about Secrets of Mana?
Oh, of course.
Getting a collection.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
The collection of
right.
mana is already on Switch. I need to get that. Just for Seiken Densetsu 3, just because I've never finished that one. I used to play a hacked English translation version of it, but never finished it. So definitely got to get it for that. Anybody got any final words for today with everything we've discussed?
I want Kid Chameleon remaster, please.
Prepare for the classic WoW cast next week. That'll be like the day before it comes out.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to talk about that shit.
It's okay. It was good to move it. Like I said, I think our next podcast will be like a few days before it comes out.
Okay.
And if Dragon Quest Builders 2 is your thing, there's an epilogue coming out soon. Let's go tie up some.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. I didn't know that.
Supposed to tie up loose ends in the story, I'm pretty sure.
Yep,
Neat.
stuff that happens at the.
What about you, Jason? You got anything?
Oh, we passed our certification at work today. The thing we've been stressing out over for like the past.
Did better than our store then. So
That's about it.
my final thing is mod your games. If you love a game and you've played it to the point that you just don't think you can play it anymore, mod that shit. I promise you can play it more. There's so many talented modders out there that make amazing like content that breathes so much life into older games, and I really think that if the modding community was seen in a more positive light for that, a lot more games would have more open and expansive modding.
Also, if you play a good mod and you think, wow, I would buy this mod, Nexus will let you donate to modders. If you like that shit, don't just like leave them high and dry. If you think you'd pay for it, you should probably pay.
There you go.
I've thought about it.
All right, that's all we got for this week. For stuff coming up in the week, so there's going to be a couple streams from me, obviously. We're gonna get some kind of XVE team stream going soon. I don't know what game it's
Yes.
gonna be, but we're gonna do something here soon. It might be the Dying Light one, honestly. That would probably be one of the best ones to do for that.
No Man's Sky.
But where are we streaming it at?
We could just do it. Oh, that's
Let's all move to
Because
Mixer.
I
Yeah.
don't want to use Twitch.
yeah. That's the that's some internal discussion we'll have to get into outside of the podcast. So yeah, thanks again everybody for watching. You can find us all at our usual Twitter handles. Obviously, they'll be up in the video. I'm Limitless OA. You got Frogger, 2 G's. You can never forget that. Merm _ Sneaky Butt Stabs. Jason does not have a Twitter because he's too cool
Nope.
for that.
He's a degenerate.
All right,
I
and
got no.
I guess the last thing for today, other than that modding spiel, would be Shane.
Mod your games.
Shane,
Me?
do you still like
Yes.
frogs?
No.
What?
I love them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he loves the
Fuck.
frogs.
False alarm,
I was
everybody.
waiting.
We'll see you next week.